Is the José Abreu that we have seen this month the real José Abreu in this, the year of our Lord, 2023? Or is it closer to what we saw in April and in May? If you want some numbers, and we're halfway through the month of June, Abreu, who has 5 multi-hit games in his last 6, has 3 home runs, 3 doubles, and 13 runs batted in this month. He is now hitting, over the course of June, .327 at the plate with a .571 slugging percentage and a .918 slash line. You get close to 1,000. You get in the 900s. That's close to the top of baseball as far as OPS goes. Is this José Abreu? And I mean, there's a possibility, say he cools off, that game that we saw from him last night will be the best regular season game he plays for the Astros this year. I say this because not only did he hit a home run, and not only did he hit a double, and not only did he hit a single, and not only did he score the game-winning run after a weird ending that we'll discuss a little bit later, he also had 2 unassisted putouts to get the Astros out of what was a absolutely disastrous top of the 9th inning. Thanks, Alex Bregman, for that throw. Thanks, Ryan Presley, for that other throw. Yikes. They tried to piss that one away. They didn't. Abreu's the one that's the hero on essentially all accounts. Defensively, offensively. I'm pumped to have seen that, but I want to know if that's actually sustainable. Chandler Rome had a piece in The Athletic, and he talked with Alex Centrone, the Astros hitting coach. And what Centrone, I guess, had Abreu do was move his back leg to create more balance in his stance and eliminate unnecessary movement that was slowing his swing. Said Centrone, if you want the baseball X's and O's here, he was going too forward. He had too much weight on his front side, and then he had to go forward, back, forward. He was doing 3 movements instead of just 2. He's going up there already loaded on the backside now to just go attack, shorter moves, quicker moves, faster moves to the ball. And like many Astros, Centrone, Bagwell, among others, they've all been saying, look at the back of the baseball card, in as many words. That this 2-month stretch from Abreu, this is not something to be concerned about. He always struggles in April and in May. Take a look at the numbers last year. I think that his OPS going into May was in the low 600s. So maybe he's a slow starter for 2 months. I don't know. You're paying him a lot of money. I would prefer that he not have a slow start for 2 months. I would prefer that he come out of the gates like this. But this is a very welcome development, especially considering Yordan Alvarez is going to be out for, I would imagine, at least a month. You need somebody to carry the offense. You would hope that Kyle Tucker picks up the slack, that Alex Bregman picks up the slack, that Jose Altuve is going to pick up the slack with Alvarez out of the lineup. It's not like you don't have any other bats in this lineup that has been statistically towards the middle of the pack. But that was an awesome night last night for José Abreu. So my question to you, 713-780-3776 to call, to text, to join on Twitch, twitch.tv/ESPN975, or to get after us on Twitter, at Gallant Says, at ESPN975, at Sean A. Mapes. Is this the real José Abreu? What do you think, Sean? We clearly got a very slow start from José Abreu. I think we are both people who identify with procrastinators, people who show up a little bit late, people who are, a little bit slow to get things going in the morning.
Late starters, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Late arrivers to work, because generally I've been rolling up to the station at about 9:45 for the last week or so.
9:45, yeah.
Actually, it was like 9:50 today.
Yeah. It's normally like a story into News of the Weird. I think I'm not sure if this guy is José Abreu, but I do feel like he's going to be better than the absolute disaster that he was before the month of June. I do think that this is at least like steps in the right direction, or it's emblematic of changes that are being made, that are happening, that he is going to step up. Now, it is funny, I guess, that it's basically timed up perfectly with Yordan leaving the lineup, and maybe that's kind of the kick in the pants kind of thing that he needed after not only the embarrassing base running blunder he had in Toronto, and then no Yordan. So it's like, it's kind of fallen on me. Like, I feel like that might have been not motivation, like he was unmotivated, needs motivation, but that kind of locked him extra in where it's like, okay, the team really needs me now. And he pulls through.
I like that thought. He feels the need to be a hero. They say that a hero can save us.
My city needs me.
Oh, he's Batman? I like that too. Is this the real Jose Abreu? A text from the 832. As long as Abreu can be average to above average, I will be happy. I believe his great days are behind him. That's from the 832. That's from Steven. Okay. This 2-week stretch suggests he is capable of more. I know that some, and I think that they're doing it somewhat jokingly, not Santa on Twitter, whenever Abreu plays well, because that's really it, because Montero hasn't done anything of value and we haven't seen Brantley yet. Whenever Abreu does something, we get a tweet saying, apologize to Jeff Bagwell. The Montero contract is still horrible. Anyone with a smidgen of knowledge about Montero's time in Seattle, me, could have told you that things were going to go this way. So you've got that, right? But with this Abreu contract, it's also a matter of what's going to happen the next couple of years. Are we going to see slow starts next season, the year after that? Or is this 2-week stretch an indicator that the guy can still play? If you took a look at some of the advanced numbers about exit velocity when Abreu was hitting the ball and other things, you would have noticed that there was a serious dip towards the end of last year. Was that because of some sort of change in his swing? Was it because of some sort of injury that maybe the Astros training staff missed? I'll be perfectly honest. I don't have a lot of faith in the Astros training staff right now. Part of it's due to the secrecy, but I feel like the secrecy, you could argue it's not just for the safety of the players. It might be because there's a little bit of incompetence going on that side of things, right? I mean, didn't Lance McCullers, who is now out for the year, wasn't that forearm strain something he suffered in 2021? And that wasn't taken care of, and he's just had this for like 2 years or so, a bone spur in his forearm or something like that, whatever the hell happened, was keeping him out for the year. So, I mean, I wonder about the due diligence that was done on Jose Abreu when they gave him out that contract, and if Jeff Bagwell was just like, yeah, Jose Abreu's been good for the most part his career, and I assume this is going to continue, as opposed to taking a look at a stretch that from, again, the Texans game against the Colts to a couple of weeks ago against Oakland, Abreu hadn't hit a home run. But I'm really happy with what we saw last night from Jose Abreu, and I think that you should be too. More comments on the text line at 713-780-3776. You can also join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/ESPN975. From the 832, he started out slowly. Abreu will hit for us. Some people are saying he's going to have an incredible second half. Okay, that's fun. Twitch.tv/ESPN975. Mesa TV says Abreu is trending in the right direction. Who knows if it will last? Like, that's, I think, where we all should be right now. Hugh Dapp, Twitch.tv/ESPN975. We are excited about Abreu hitting the ball now. I still miss Yuli.